Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. The 20. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Here's Smith now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go!
Marino sets up. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bengals at 0-7, winless to start the year, and they come in wondering what on earth is going on here.
And, Brandon, I reflect back to one time we had one of those deep philosophical talks about getting up every day and going to work and the whole deal. Can you imagine what it's like for this team? Every morning they wake up. They haven't won a game yet. How do they figure their way out of this one? How do they play well enough to get at least one win before this season is over?
And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Marino. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Marino will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run on 1st down. Simpson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Marino. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact. Whew.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Montana. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They will look to throw. Montana. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Okay, ready?
Here's Montana to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Shotgun. Here's Montana. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now Montana. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Seven, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 55 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw is Montana. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Marino's incompletion on 1st down leads to 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Come on, set.
Now Marino. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Over the middle, complete. That's Simpson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brown, the motion man right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. In motion, the tight end. Now Marino to throw it. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Let's go now.
Here's Marino to throw. And this is Simpson with a catch. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Marino. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. In motion right is Brown. Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Brown, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second down in the yard. Now here's Samuel on the end around. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deebo Samuel 61 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point try now for Patterson. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Godwin, the motion man. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They go play action now. Marino. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go, sack.
Marino sets up. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down at 7.
Here we go. Go.
They'll drop to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a 2nd and 2. Montana. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They will look to throw. Montana. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Trey McBride. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Marino will throw. His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Marino's incompletion on 1st down leads to 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Check go.
They'll set up to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
To throw again is Marino. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play fake. Here's Marino. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Marino. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go now.
So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Marino. He's got his man. It's Andrews. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Montana. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On the draw is Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. To throw is Marino. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Marino. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats. 60. 18 Raptors. 18 Raptors. 19 Lions.
To throw is Montana. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant.
And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Eagles have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Here's Marino to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
This 2nd and 4.
Go!
Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Eagles, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year.